Good evening, everyone. Again, Tuesday, and we have our lesson on Tuesdays drawing. So here we are with a girl on the window. It's a beautiful painting, this one, and I thought that would be a perfect drawing exercise. So starting with her body, taking that shape here. That's her shadow on the wall. You have another wall shadow here of the girl. Then you have the wall itself, which goes a line like this, which goes and simplifies the window, which is looking outside. And you have a kneecap here, legs here, body structure, which is actually there, and then her dress. And you have the calf, kneecap again. Now that part is very bright. So what I'm doing, I'm leaving that. You see, I'm encircling this, so that square suggests the light coming through. And then you've got the hands here. And you see hands here, shoulder, neck, heads, rich hair around here, and then you got the other part of her shoulder. Again, kneecap here. That's her other hand. And then sandals. She's wearing sandals. Maybe I've gone a little bit too off board with that, so maybe that leg is here and not there. So give her a little bit more or less a different size on the calf itself. And you got heel sandals she's wearing. This is the sole of the sandal around here. Okay. And again, hair, dark hair, although she's quite blondish, kind of brown hair, not really blonde, but brown hair, blondish brown. And then coming back again onto, you see this line is really dark here, but as it moves towards the light, it becomes less dark. That's her hair, stops here. And you have eyebrow, and then cheekbone, cheek, and then ending up on the chin, and neck. But that makes the neck quite short, so I better lower this hand here, you see? Lower that, there. And that will give me a longer neck. That's it, that looks better. And also I could move that chin forward. If I move the chin forward and the chin forward, then I can play a little bit with this notion of jaw underneath. You got the ear, and of course hair, curly hair. Curly hair again. Then you got the folds of her dress. folds, folds, folds all around here. It's a line here because you have the flesh tone of her thigh, but that's about it. The rest is basically dress, which is yeah, her dress, and possibly come back a little bit more with some sort of shadows here. Now follow the folds because they're beautifully, masterfully done. I could actually lower a little bit the fold down here, and also you do have these shadows which do follow the body shape here, right here, and then you have again you have that white shadow which represents her sitting here onto the wide window, which is almost like a balcony in size. Kneecap here, and also shadow of the flesh tone. Now keep in mind that I could go along and do that shadow here, which will make me this hand as well here. And then I got the other hand there, a little bit of shadow here, and not forget the window, but keep in mind not too dark because otherwise it will take us from the model, will draw too much attention from the off the model. Those lines are not beautifully done, they're a little bit wobbly, and I don't like that, but on the other hand, it's like a secondary thought there. The window comes right here, and then you have shadow of the upper wall here. Now let's do that in a different way. I took some darks with my charcoal through my finger. Spread those darks a bit more evenly there. See, I moved, the shin was there, but if I leave the shin there, then the end of the foot would have been off the page. So the other solution is to move the whole shin further back. There you are. Now, again, I don't want to do a very bad drawing here, but sometimes it's inevitable not to get it with the first time, but you should insist, like I'm doing here. That's a bit better, so it shows her foot really. And instead of highlighting this line here, which is the end of her foot, which normally most people will go for that line, darkening it, what I will emphasize is the shadow here. Look, this one, and then the bone structure. See, that's a choice that artist does. So don't draw exactly what you see. You analyze it and then you see what's mostly in your benefit. What highlights your story better. And that's what it is. See the soul of the drawing of her shoe. And then that's again, I want to show the bright light, the bright sunlight coming through. So again, I'm purposely drawing or highlighting this shadow more than anything else. Now the fingers. There. Again, it's the same thing here. I will possibly try and darken this shadow. Now she's wearing bracelets. It's not that important, but it's good to add. It just makes it a richer, the drawing. Now here I'm emphasizing a little bit more that flesh tone here, and also the drapery, brighten it up, the drapery here. See? Now again, this finger here is very dark and it's attracting too much attention on me. Of the main subject, basically, not of me, but of the main subject. So with a sharper edge of my charcoal, bring those fingers here. There you are. So a bit more of a hand, and also this shadow here. And not to forget the wrist here. I'm artificially putting those fingers. I do not see fingers, they're coming through her shin, but they obviously, it's a solution that I'm trying to portray here. That doesn't make much sense, the way that I've done the hand there, but I'll leave it for the time being. And then I'll also brighten this up here. See, the top knuckle part of her left hand. In cup, brighter. A half tone here in between the dress. And possibly moving the whole head a bit further out, as in it was a bit stretched cheek, the chin and cheekbone. That's a better face. It's more convincing. Just change a little bit the irregularity of the face. I've done it a little bit more again, more convincing, more of a normal human being. And also that hair here, it just goes that. A little bit more shadow around her body, which is the shadow of her body onto the wall. Really, that's what it is. It's on the wall. And then Then the shoulder here is a little bit further in. There, inwards, there. And then here. There you have it. Folds again here. Plenty of folds here and there and everywhere. Loads of folds here you have. I don't want to get involved with each and every one of them, but there you have it. There's not a line there, but I'm thinking of separating this. You see this kneecap, which is the first thigh here, and then making that second one, which belongs to her right leg. Now sandals. And then outside, she's looking at a kind of lake, river more than lake. And there's a little boat here. Don't know if I want to do it or not, but I'll do it. Now, a little bit more on the ear. I should lower that. So this is the new line, not that line here. Second line, this one here. That's and then highlight this, the kneecap and the shin here. That's better. That's better. And also highlight this shin here. Her right shin. Here we go. Let's leave it a little bit like that, and then bring back her right hand, which is more like that, and less like before. Like this. And then give her a little bit more of highlight here. There you have it. That's better. And now, with some stump. Soften those. Often dark shapes here. Dark curls. That's the background. Give her a bit more highlight on the face. There you are. Chin and cheek as well. Also neck, and folds around here. I'm working with stamp on a charcoal, which is not very usual for me. Cannot be done. It's just that it's difficult. The stamp absorbs the darks, so basically you're left with a mid-tone everywhere. Don't want that most of the time. But anyway, on the shot, squinting my eyes, the value of this folds that it's brighter than her foot, the thigh basically, not foot, thigh. So I'm brightening it up that a little bit more. You can see a light value here, lighter than the thigh itself. There you are. And working and creating some more interesting folds down here at the back. And also right here. And light. Just light underneath here. Light here as well. And here as well. There you have it. And the kneecap here. And also, this hand creates a darker shadow underneath, cast shadow. There you are. That's more convincing now. It's important to do that. And then create a little bit of a darker shadow here, which is actually the window. And bring it forward. I know it's not here, but I want to match with this. See that line? And match it with that lower part here. So you can change things to match the things that you like it to do. Bring it to your desirable end. It might make her legs a little bit shorter, which in this case it doesn't actually, but change the window. Doesn't matter, it's just a window. It's not connected to our proportions of the girl. And then highlight on the and we have a beautiful nature outside the window. See, I'm leaving it blurry. Don't want to be too much in your face. And darks here. Get a bit more darks here. And also bring that dress further up a bit so it aligns in a way slower than the sole of her sandals. So I'm just trying to get those correctly. And I bring about the shadow here, a little bit darker, and also shadow ends up here. Sorry, the light comes from the sun directly here. So this kneecap creates a cast shadow here on the dress, on the folds here. So keep an eye on that. See, soften everything and bring this foot more at the foreground by doing this. See, stretch the foot at the front, further away, further in front, or closer to the end of the other foot. That makes this foot longer, which I think it is. It deserves that change, basically. Okay, good. Now a little break here. I'll continue later on. Now what I was saying to Penny, now I don't remember exactly, but to Penny's drawings, she had, and we had the hand, not Penny, but the hand was something like this, wrapping up the arm. 1, 2, 3, and little 4. So wrapping up the arm. Do you remember Penny? And David. Now that's the arm. And then you're wrapping up this arm with the left hand. Sorry, that's the left arm and that's the right hand. Now David and Penny had that narrow, you see? This is what I meant. It is narrow. So that part, knuckle here, that is narrow, this area. And also that line went on Penny, was right here. And then the hand continued from there, which actually, if you do that it looks like the hand is broken. So get rid of that completely. And on the same area, not with putty, you see, with finger. Now if you spray it, then it's an issue. But if you haven't sprayed it, then you do it this way. That line stops here and it moves there. That upper part of the wrist goes there. Then you have supposedly thumb, and you have index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. So what I was saying, increase that in size. So it was here, you see, it was there, and I've lowered it here and make that bone, instead of going there, keep the bone short. Does that make sense? If not, let me know. This is what I was saying to Penny and David. I mean that everything I'm doing here is from memory, so it might not look perfectly understandably correct because I don't have anything in front of me. But again, that's what I was saying to Penny, and also Penny and David do a little bit of shadow here. And also by doing that, you create some shadow onto the arm as well. So that continues with the arm. Let's continue with the arm. It's holding the arm. It's embracing the arm. It's wrapping up the arm. That's the elbow. Moving on from there. There you are. Okay. Okay, folks. Let me know. We'll continue with the drawing. I'll have a little break now. I'll continue with the drawing later on. So that's what it is, Penny. As I said, let me know if any more explanation needs to be done. I'll leave a voice. Well, I'll do it again, basically, on the next week's drawing. Okay, that's a bit better. Elbow. There you are. Okay. To be continued. Hello again. Now let's see here. A little bit of highlights here. Give her a bit more cheekbone and chin as well. That makes her possibly a little older. This is where the shadow from the outside world comes in, here in this area. That's a flesh tone. That's the boat that she's watching outside the window. And the tree. Some bushes around there. Don't want to overemphasize those because they do come closer then. That's here. Now, a bit of putty rubber. Back into action here, into action with putty rubber. Let's first of all work with some folds here. There you are, that fold here, it's very, very strongly put here. That's where it is. Some light here. Light, light, light. Coming through from the outside world again. There's the shape of the girl on the wall. And you have her shoulder here showing up. You see? That's a good... Now this is earring. Now the ear is not totally dark, but I'm putting it as dark. It's possibly a bit further at the front, so it's more moved at the front of the ear. Let's give her a little bit of a tan. By giving her a little bit of tan, I can now highlight her cheek. Look, cheek here. And then forehead with highlight. Hair, right up here. and make her a little bit more curly hair. Bit of her curlier hair. And playing around with some folds again here, shape of the folds. And let's do that. Look, by not, let me focus on that so you can see what I mean. By making the finger here now, it's not being seen. So what I'm going to do, you'll see it now. The finger, her index finger on the right hand, it's not there. So what I'm thinking, look at that. Bring it down here, bring it forward. Look, it crossed the leg, it crossed the shin. It was under the shin. And look at it now. And you have to give it some cast shadow. Do you see that solution here? Now this is behind the shin. See, the middle finger is behind the shin. But the index finger crossed the shin, is now on the other side of the shin. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself. Hopefully I'm making sense with that, but okay. And then here you have this, see that shadow here? There you are. And then here as well. There. Now let's go back. And focus now on going. Yeah, it's not much to be done on the girl. I think it's more or less ready. A few things around here and there, and then it's done. Edges, less edges here, and some highlights. There you are. And now you got a head, full hair head. Or earrings. The girl, the shadow of the earring on her neck. Fuller hair here, but not that dense. Okay. That's what it is, really. What can I add on this? A little bit darker here. Dark shadow, a little bit more onto her shoulder, and then neck. Let me highlight the window, the light outside her head. Her jaw is lighter than the flesh tone, especially on this part here. There we are. And a little bit of darker tone on the head, on her hair as well. Look. That's better. All right. Well, stop this in a while. and concentrate on the... Now we'll get to what I've said to Penny and Nina today. Okay, so Penny and Nina, make sure you watch this now. That's the wall. Obviously, that's the wall here. There we are. Okay, now let's go. Well, I've said that with Penny. Penny, I'm sure that was done. So if you have any more questions, you will let me know, and I will post them on the next week's video, because these issues are constant on us. We need to keep an eye on them, not only on you, not necessarily only on you, but on me as well. Okay, now let's go on to the last week's drawing, which I think is underneath here. This is the mute drawing. I'm gonna watch it now. The one that I've done mute today on the demo. All right. Now let's go. It's gonna right. Let's go on the week's last week's drawing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's there. Okay. Now it might be a little bit hard to do what I was saying to Penny and Nina. Okay, still there. But I'll try and make sense out of it, because it's difficult to show that now that it's been dried basically with spray. So what I was saying to Nina was, see, I remember saying to Nina that the hair, see, on Nina, the hair was, let me show it up here, was like this. So let's copy this. Let's do that again. This is the hair of her up here, forehead, and the hair on the side here. All right. Now, I don't want to develop the face, because it has nothing to do with the face. It's just about the hair. So with the hair like this, on Nina, that was, and not only on Nina, but I remember Nina's now. So that was like this. It was dark, which is correct. It is dark. But then from dark to the face, you need a transition there. You see that area here needs to go softer. And also this dark, and I know, Nina, yes, you don't darken a lot, so you are very careful with the darks. But this time you've darkened that quite a bit, the hair. So look, if you do that, you see, gradually you start building up, and then the eye picks up that this area is being illuminated by light. See, this is why you have brighter forehead here. Say that that's the forehead, which is actually. See, now if that goes from dark immediately from light immediately to dark, look, it makes a massive contrast. But then look, especially very close to the forehead, you have this. You have that light, dark, but then at time a little bit of a mid-tone in between. And then dark. You don't go as dark as you like here. And then what I was saying about the strands. Now, when you go to the hair here, not you, anyone. If I go to the hair and I do the hair like this, and I create individual hair like this, look. See? That doesn't work. It's easy to do. Everybody knows what it is, but it doesn't work. And look what because it looks like spaghetti, you see? Spaghetti hair, that's how they call it, spaghetti hair. And look now, look the difference. That, and instead of doing spaghetti hair one by one, like this. Look, instead of doing hair individually, you do strands. You work with this dark, and you come like this, and you do it like that. Not a lot, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe, maximum. But they are within that dark strand. You see what I mean? There you are. So you do those lines within the hair. See, not outside, so not like this. Do you see? Because that is not going to stand on its own. It's not going to, so like this. Again, it's spaghetti hair. We've said that on our lessons many times. But I'll say it as many times as is needed, obviously. It's something that it needs to be said. So that's the same with me. You see, I haven't done 1 or 2. Well, I can do it. It's the easiest thing to do. Look. But it doesn't work. Well, it might work on her a little bit. But look, it's a lot better here if I do it this way. Look, you see? Look. Now that's the portrait. So that's easy. We have the portrait there. And then so 1, 2 lines, and then 2 lines here. And then maybe if you want to do something like this, look, but you see, I'm not letting them. I'm not letting those lines to flow completely. Lines like this. So lines on their own. So they need to be incorporated onto a darker shadow. And then another thing that I see constantly with us is that, look, see that dark? It needs to go softly. So from that dark to the hair, needs to go softly. So softly introduce darks here, and then look, take that dark of the hair and bring it to her face like this. Look at that. See, it works better. It works a lot better than working it like dark here. Look, dark. And then face. Do you see that? It looks like, it works like sideburn. But look at that. Look, that's what it is. This is what I meant when I was saying softly spread the darks. You see? There you are. It works a lot better and it's a lot more effective. Anyway, again, going back to the first demo here. Look. See, softly introduce that. That doesn't mean that she's blonde. Look, you will see that she will not look blonde. She's not blonde. But if I do that, you might think, okay, well, that's not the blonde hair, is it? No, I know. But then look, slowly, 2, 3 lines, white lines here. And then look, even like that at the back, look. Softly leave that. And it's still black hair girl, look. See? Another trick, when it's like this, and look, I'm putting, do you see, there's dust floating around. When it goes to that stage, don't forget, hairspray. Spray it, leave it for a couple of minutes, 5 minutes maximum, and you're ready to go on the top. And then those floating lines or floating charcoal will not be floating anymore, will be off. And on Nina, sorry, I remember your last drawing, you were the last one. You had done this beautifully here, like this. Something like this. But then look what happens. When you do this and you do that, then I'm not sure that if that hair is here as well, or is this the hair which is there. Do you see what I mean? So when you go here, That's a lot softer than the hair. So keep it simple. You can do it with putty. You can do it with putty. And sorry, I thought it was blood, but it's not blood. No, it's just color. So you do a little bit of lines, bright lines. See, that I will leave it at that stage, because if I do more to it, then I will confuse the viewer that the hair goes also there. Look, I could give few lines to indicate that it's not hair, it's another structure, another material. There, look. See? There you go. But don't want to confuse it with hair. Anyhow, let me know how that, if that goes well with you. If more questions are to come, please let me know, and I'll explain them in the next video. Okay, see you again. Take care. Have a good week. Bye-bye.